on these very important titles in the Farm Bill. And I also want to thank our USDA witnesses for appearing before the committee. It's nice to have fellow South Dakotans here, Administrator Bunger and Administrator Ducheneaux, with us today. It's critically important that the next Farm Bill provide a strong safety net and risk management tools that allow farmers and ranchers to continue working to feed and fuel our nation and the world. Crop insurance and commodity programs must be maintained and, where possible, improved in the next Farm Bill to help producers face challenges from high inflation and input costs to adverse weather events. And before I turn to my questions, I want to raise concerns with USDA's Emergency Relief Program, ERP Phase 2. I appreciate USDA's efforts through Phase 1, ERP, which generally worked well in supporting producers with crop losses in 20 and 21, but the Phase 2 methodology of comparing Schedule F or taxable income from benchmark periods and disaster years often does not accurately, I should say, reflect crop losses that Congress meant to cover. So I want to urge USDA to consider its ERP Phase 2 methodology and to use the Phase 1 approach going forward for 2022 crop losses. Undersecretary Bonnie, as you know, agriculture risk coverage and price loss coverage are important safety net tools for producers. I secured a provision in the 2023 Farm Bill that allows producers to annually elect and enroll in ARC or PLC starting in 21 and again in 22 and 23. And I appreciate USD's efforts to coordinate this FSA deadline with RMA's March 15th deadline to apply for crop insurance for crops. As we work to build off successes of the 2018 Farm Bill, like the annual election, what else can be done to maximize producers' options and access to decision-making tools, and what ideas do you have to better streamline administration of programs across the agencies that you oversee?
So let me, on the ARC PLC front, let me turn to Administrator Ducheneaux. I just say more broadly, there was a conversation while you were out of the room about ad hoc and the ad hoc disaster and crop insurance, and we are committed to crop insurance. We know how important it is in your neck of the woods, but it's important across the country.
Hello, friends. I have good news for seniors and retirees. President Biden is ready to take action. Biden has confirmed that he would like to raise benefits for Social Security recipients. However, this benefit boost may lead to higher taxes for some Americans. Friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the details. If you would like to enter Friday's giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is make sure that you click and like several of my videos, and then do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the Walmart gift card giveaways. Many lawmakers are discussing the biggest issues that Social Security is facing. President Biden has already shared his plan with Democrats and Republicans. Biden's 4-point proposal is designed to reverse Social Security's more than $20 trillion estimated funding shortfall. According to the experts, for Social Security's more than 66 million monthly beneficiaries, 2023 is a pretty good year so far. Retired workers, survivors, and the long-term disabled received their largest cost of living adjustment on a percentage basis in 41 years, and it's the biggest boost to their monthly payout in nominal dollar terms in the program's storied history. But unfortunately, this victory for retirees is bound to be short-lived. That is because Social Security is facing a massive long-term funding shortfall that's been growing larger with each passing year. President Biden believes he has the solution to Social Security's long-term funding issues. The question is, will Democrat and Republican lawmakers be on board with the president's proposal? It is important to understand just how big of a deficit the program is facing over the long run, as well as what factors are fueling this funding shortfall. Since the 1940s, the Social Security Board of Trustees has released an annual report detailing the health of the program. This report, which is often in excess of 200 pages, provides a comprehensive history of every dollar collected by Social Security, as well as where each of those dollars was distributed for more than 8 decades. It also makes predictions as to the future solvency of Social Security based on fiscal policy and a host of ever-changing demographic factors. According to the 2022 Trustees Report, the program is short an estimated $20.4 trillion of its funding needs through the year 2096. So in other words, if payouts were to continue with the annual cost of living adjustments, there would be more than $20 trillion funding gap between 2022 and 2096. If this shortfall is not resolved by raising additional revenue, cutting outlays, or some combination of the two, retired workers and survivor benefits may be slashed by 23% in the year 2034. But the Trustees Report has been highlighting the program's lack of sufficient long-term funding every year since 1985. This widening deficit for the program has to do with a myriad of demographic shifts, including the ongoing retirement of baby boomers, historically low birth rates, and widening income inequality. Prior to being elected president in November of 2020, Biden released a 4-point proposal that he proclaimed would strengthen America's top retirement program by extending its solvency. Biden seeks to increase payroll taxation on the wealthy, boost a special minimum benefit for lifetime low earners, raise benefits, and shift the COLA tether to the Consumer Price Index for the elderly. President Biden has remained adamant that he will not approve any legislation that reduces Social Security benefits. But Republicans are miles apart from Democrats when it comes to fixing Social Security. Although both parties agree that a resolution is needed to strengthen the program, neither side has been willing to find anything resembling any common ground. Just as Biden vowed to veto any legislation that would seek to increase the full retirement age and lower lifetime benefits for future generations of retirees, Republican lawmakers have expressed opposition to specifically targeting high earners as a means to raise additional revenue for Social Security. Another problem that the president would run into is gaining the necessary votes in the upper house of Congress. Amending Social Security requires 60 votes in the U.S. Senate. It has been 44 years since either party held a supermajority of at least 60 seats. In other words, all Social Security amendments are going to require bipartisan cooperation. Lastly, the math behind Biden's Social Security plan is not as favorable as you might think. Based on an analysis conducted by the Urban Institute in October 2020, President Biden's proposal only improves the program's solvency by 5 years. Since much of the revenue boost from taxing high earners is diverted to beefier COLAs, a higher special minimum benefit, and boosted primary insurance amounts to long-lived beneficiaries. Friends, thank you so very, very much for joining me here every day and for being part of this community. To say thank you, I will be announcing 2 winners this coming Friday for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaways, my friends, all you have to do is make sure you are subscribed to my channel, click and like several of my videos, and then do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My friends, the more videos that you watch and then leave a comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.